question raises several issues regarding lighting fixture installations. Firstly, the current National Electrical Code, or NEC, mandates that lighting fixtures be mounted with a fixture mounting plate as per section 410.16 and that box covers be installed in accordance with section 314.17. Secondly, the mounting plate must be installed in such a way that the opening provided for the entry of the wires faces the fixture. Thirdly, from a practical perspective, the use of a mounting plate can enhance the performance of the light by offering a flatter mounting surface and improved heat dissipation. Concerning whether existing installations are grandfathered in, this depends on the local codes and the enforcement stance of the authority having jurisdiction, or AUJ. Often, work that was legal at the time of installation is permitted to remain, but any modifications must adhere to the current code. If the local AHJ requires the mounting plate, even for existing fixtures, the question becomes irrelevant. In any case, given that the purpose of the mounting plate is to provide support to the fixture and ensure proper grounding, best practice would dictate its use on both new and existing fixtures. In this scenario, it would likely be necessary to employ an approved retrofit mounting plate that could be installed under the existing canopy or within the fixture itself. NEC Article 410.16, titled Fixture Mounting, states that fixture mounting shall be in accordance with any instructions included with the fixture and shall be securely supported. Fixtures shall not be supported by the conductors. Lighting fixtures shall be mounted so that the edges of the mounting plate are spaced at least 0.5 inches or 12.7 mm from the edge of the outlet box, unless the fixture has a mounting plate specifically designed to prevent contact between the fixture and the box. NEC Article 314.17, titled Boxes and Fittings, states that covers of outlet boxes and fittings shall be kept in place at all times except when the box or fitting is being repaired or remodeled, or during the installation of equipment or devices within or adjacent to a box or fitting. Understanding the intricacies of these regulations and best practices is essential for ensuring safe and compliant lighting installations. It's crucial to consult the specific requirements of the local AHA, as interpretations and enforcement may vary. Proper mounting not only ensures safety but also contributes to the longevity and efficiency of the lighting system. Consider the implications of heat dissipation, especially in industrial settings where fixtures may operate for extended periods. The use of a mounting plate can significantly improve heat management, preventing premature failure of components. Furthermore, the grounding aspect is critical for electrical safety. A secure and properly grounded mounting plate helps to minimize the risk of electrical shock and ensures the integrity of the grounding system. When retrofitting existing fixtures, careful consideration should be given to the existing wiring and the condition of the electrical box. It may be necessary to upgrade or replace these components to ensure compliance with current standards. Always use approved materials and follow manufacturer's instructions when installing or retrofitting lighting fixtures. In addition to the NEC requirements, local codes may impose additional restrictions or requirements. It is essential to be familiar with these local regulations to avoid violations and ensure the safety of the installation. The use of a qualified electrician is highly recommended for any electrical work, particularly in industrial settings where the potential hazards are greater. A qualified electrician will have the knowledge and experience to ensure that the installation is safe, compliant, and performs optimally. In summary, lighting fixture mounting involves several critical considerations, including NEC compliance, local codes, grounding, heat dissipation, and the use of appropriate materials. Understanding these factors and following best practices will help to ensure a safe, efficient, and compliant lighting system. The NEC serves as a foundational guideline, but local codes and the AHA interpretation play a significant role in the final outcome. Prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals to ensure the best possible results. Regular inspections and maintenance are also essential for maintaining the integrity of the lighting system and preventing potential hazards. Addressing the question about whether using the original mounting plate is up to snuff when installing new fixtures requires careful examination. Firstly, one must assess if the existing mounting plate meets the current NEC standards and local codes. If the original mounting plate does not comply with current requirements, it should be replaced with an approved retrofit mounting plate. This is crucial for ensuring safety and code compliance. Secondly, consider the condition of the original mounting plate. If it is damaged, corroded, or otherwise compromised, it should not be reused. A damaged mounting plate may not provide adequate support or grounding, which can lead to safety hazards. Thirdly, verify that the original mounting plate is compatible with the new fixtures. Different fixtures may have different mounting requirements, and the original plate may not be suitable for the new fixtures. In this case, using an appropriate retrofit mounting plate is necessary. In addition to these considerations, it is important to address the issue of accessibility. The original question mentioned that accessing the wire connectors requires removal of the mounting plate and partial removal of the light. This is not ideal, as it can make maintenance and repairs more difficult. When installing new fixtures, ensure that the wire connectors are easily accessible without having to remove the mounting plate or partially disassemble the fixture. This can be achieved by using a different type of mounting plate or by modifying the wiring configuration. Furthermore, consider the potential for future modifications or upgrades. When installing new fixtures, choose a mounting system that is flexible and can accommodate future changes. This will make it easier to upgrade the fixtures or modify the wiring in the future without having to completely redo the installation. In conclusion, whether the original mounting plate is up to snuff depends on several factors, including compliance with current codes, the condition of the plate, compatibility with the new fixtures, accessibility, and the potential for future modifications. It is essential to carefully assess these factors before reusing the original mounting plate. If there is any doubt, it is best to replace it with an approved retrofit mounting plate. Finally, always consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the installation is safe, compliant, and meets all applicable requirements. Remember, electrical safety should always be the top priority. Proper installation and maintenance of lighting fixtures are essential for preventing electrical hazards and ensuring the longevity of the lighting system. By following these guidelines and consulting with qualified professionals, you can ensure that your lighting installations are safe, efficient, and compliant. It's also worthwhile to elaborate on the concept of grandfathering in electrical installations. While it's true that installations that were compliant with the code at the time of their installation are often allowed to remain in place, this doesn't necessarily mean that any modifications or upgrades are exempt from current code requirements. The general rule is that if you're making changes to an existing electrical system, those changes must comply with the current code. This can sometimes create a situation where you have portions of an electrical system that are grandfathered in and portions that must meet current standards. It's important to understand the implications of this and to ensure that any new work is properly integrated with the existing system. For example, if you're replacing a lighting fixture in an area where the wiring is old and doesn't meet current grounding requirements, you may need to upgrade the wiring to comply with the current code. This could involve running a new grounding conductor or replacing the entire circuit. Similarly, if you're adding new circuits to an existing electrical panel, the panel must have sufficient capacity to handle the additional load. If the panel is already full or doesn't have enough spare capacity, you may need to upgrade the panel. In addition to these considerations, it's important to be aware of any local amendments to the NEC. Some jurisdictions have adopted the NEC with modifications or additions that are specific to their local needs. These amendments can affect various aspects of electrical installations, including lighting fixtures. Therefore, it's crucial to consult with the local AHA to determine whether any local amendments apply to your situation. Another important aspect of lighting fixture installations is the selection of appropriate fixtures for the environment. In an industrial setting, lighting fixtures may be exposed to harsh conditions such as extreme temperatures, moisture, dust, and corrosive substances. It's essential to choose fixtures that are specifically designed for these environments. For example, if the fixtures are located in a damp or wet environment, they should be rated for wet locations. This means that they are designed to prevent water from entering the fixture and causing a short circuit. Similarly, if the fixtures are located in a dusty environment, they should be dust tight. This means that they are designed to prevent dust from entering the fixture and interfering with its operation. In addition to environmental factors, it's also important to consider the lighting requirements of the space. The level of illumination required will depend on the type of work being performed in the space. For example, a machine shop will require a higher level of illumination than a storage area. The type of lighting fixture chosen will also affect the level of illumination. Some fixtures provide a more focused beam of light, while others provide a more diffuse light. It's important to choose fixtures that provide the appropriate level of illumination for the space. Furthermore, consider the energy efficiency of the lighting fixtures. Energy-efficient fixtures can save a significant amount of money on electricity bills over the life of the fixture. There are many different types of energy-efficient lighting fixtures available, including LED fixtures, fluorescent fixtures, and high-intensity discharge fixtures. When choosing energy-efficient fixtures, look for the Energy Star label. Energy Star fixtures meet strict energy efficiency guidelines set by the Environmental Protection Agency. Finally, remember that regular maintenance is essential for ensuring the longevity and performance of lighting fixtures. This includes cleaning the fixtures, replacing burnt-out bulbs, and checking the wiring for any damage. By following these maintenance practices, you can help to prevent problems and extend the life of your lighting fixtures. Regular inspections should also be performed to identify potential problems before they become major issues. Look for signs of damage, such as cracks, corrosion, or loose connections. Also, check the wiring for any signs of wear or damage. If you find any problems, have them repaired promptly by a qualified electrician. In summary, lighting fixture installations in industrial settings require careful consideration of several factors, including NEC compliance, local codes, grounding, heat dissipation, environmental factors, lighting requirements, energy efficiency, and maintenance. By following these guidelines and consulting with qualified professionals, you can ensure that your lighting installations are safe, efficient, and compliant. Furthermore, it's essential to stay up to date on the latest codes and standards related to electrical installations. The NEC is updated every 3 years, and local codes may be amended more frequently. By staying informed, you can ensure that your installations are always in compliance with the latest requirements. Don't hesitate to seek assistance from qualified professionals. Electrical installations can be complex and potentially dangerous. If you are not comfortable performing the work yourself, hire a qualified electrician to do it for you. A qualified electrician will have the knowledge and experience to ensure that the installation is safe, compliant, and performs optimally. They can also provide guidance on selecting the appropriate fixtures for your needs and ensuring that the installation meets all applicable requirements. Moreover, consider the impact of lighting on employee productivity and well-being. Proper lighting can improve visibility, reduce eye strain, and create a more comfortable and productive work environment. Poor lighting, on the other hand, can lead to fatigue, headaches, and decreased productivity. When designing a lighting system, consider the specific tasks being performed in the space and the needs of the employees who will be working there. Use a combination of direct and indirect lighting to create a balanced and comfortable lighting environment. Direct lighting provides focused illumination for specific tasks, while indirect lighting provides general illumination and reduces glare. Also, consider the color temperature of the light. Cool white light is generally preferred for task lighting, while warm white light is preferred for general illumination. In addition to these considerations, it's important to address the issue of emergency lighting. Emergency lighting is required in many industrial settings to provide illumination in the event of a power outage. Emergency lighting systems typically consist of battery-powered fixtures that automatically turn on when the power goes out. It's essential to ensure that the emergency lighting system is properly maintained and tested regularly to ensure that it is functioning correctly. Also, consider the use of lighting controls to optimize energy efficiency and reduce costs. Lighting controls can be used to automatically turn lights on and off based on occupancy, time of day, or daylight levels. Occupancy sensors turn lights on when someone enters a room and off when the room is empty. Time clocks turn lights on and off at preset times. Daylight sensors adjust the light level based on the amount of natural light available. By using lighting controls, you can reduce energy consumption and save money on electricity bills. In conclusion, lighting fixture installations in industrial settings are a complex and multifaceted topic. By considering all of the factors discussed above, you can ensure that your lighting installations are safe, efficient, compliant, and contribute to a productive and comfortable work environment. Regular maintenance and inspections are essential for maintaining the integrity of the lighting system and preventing potential hazards. Always consult with qualified professionals to ensure that the installation is safe, compliant, and meets all applicable requirements. Remember, electrical safety should always be the top priority.